everyone, I'm Tina Hall, and today I'm going to be sharing some tips with you on what you should take to your CPA or an enrolled agent like myself when filing your tax return. Filing your tax return correctly the first time can save you time, money, and prevent problems later on. First of all, gather all your tax documents. Your tax documents should be mailed to you between January the 1st and January the 31st. There may be some documents, such as your broker accounts, that you may not get until March, but you should receive a letter in January that states that when you may get those. It may be February, it may be March, but you should get a letter stating that. If you work for an employer, you would get a W-2. That W-2 would show all your federal withholdings, your Social Security and Medicare, and also your state withholding. You may have worked for more than one employer, so make sure that you have all your W-2s before going to see your tax preparer. If you're self-employed, you may have received a 10 if you made over $600 or $600 or better. Did you have expenses with those? If you're a business owner and you follow Schedule C, which if you received a 1099 NEC, you may be required to file a Schedule C, or unless you file a corporation return of some sort. But take all your expenses that are associated with that business to your preparer. If you're unsure of what those deductions would be, talk to your preparer. Discuss it with them. What are you allowed to deduct? What are your expenses? What does it consist of? Anything that you're unsure of, talk to your preparer. Know your preparer. Did you have interest income from any financial institutions such as banks or other institutions? You would receive a 1099 INT. Your retirement accounts, you would receive a 1099, or if you received any benefits from retirement accounts. Do you have broker accounts? Did your broker buy and sell, some of your assets? You would get a 1099-B stating the gain or the losses accordingly. Make sure that you report all that. If you're unsure, check your account online or call your broker and ask them, do I have any tax documents that I need to be given to my preparer? Sometimes people forget about those things, or they're not sure that they had them until they file their tax return. Then they get a letter from the IRS that says, hey, we have unreported income. Sometimes people take money out of their retirement account and they pay taxes when they get it out. So they feel like they've already paid those taxes, so they don't give that document to the preparer because they don't think they should. I've had a lot of people say, I reported those taxes, I paid those taxes, they were withheld accordingly. But you still have to report it on your income tax return. Make sure you give all those documents to your preparer. Were you a student at any point in time that paid student loans? Did you pay interest back when you paid those student loans? You may have a 1098-E that shows that interest that was paid. That can be an adjustment on your tax return. Your filing status. Are you single? Are you married? Do you want to file married filings separate? Are you had a household? Do you have a dependent that you paid over half their support for? Go over that with your tax preparer. They will know what filing status you should be. You just need to discuss with them your situation and let them help you decide what is your best filing status. Sometimes, if you're single, that is, and have no dependents, then you would only file single. But discuss it with your preparer to make sure you're filing the right filing status. What about deductions and credits? Are you a college student? Do you qualify for the education credit? Did you work? Did you have taxes withheld? Did your parents claim you? All that your preparer will need to know so that you can file the correct tax return the first time around. If your parents claim you, if they provided over half your support and you're a student, you don't want to file yourself because you need to file dependent of another because your parents will claim you. Know your other credits out there. Not many people get to itemize in today's world because the standard deduction is so high. But did you pay for a lot of medical expense out of pocket? Did you have mortgage interest, property taxes, charitable contributions? Discuss that with your preparer. Let them help you to decide how you need to file, or if you even qualify to itemize. Lastly, know your tax preparer. There are a lot of tax preparers out there that do fraud returns. Sometimes you may not even know that your preparer is doing a fraud return. Go to someone you trust, and have that preparer discuss your return with you. If they go to talking about you getting a huge refund and you don't understand it, go over that return, okay? Did they file you a business or a Schedule C or a Schedule F that you have no farm, you have no business, and you know you didn't? Discuss it with them, because you don't want to file a fraud return. You don't have to understand everything on that return, but you do need to understand most of it. If you're getting a refund that you don't understand where all that money's coming from, ask questions. Don't be shy. And if you get an uneasy feeling about what's going on, take it and get another opinion. It's better to be safe than it is to file a fraud return. I've had some people to come see me that their preparer didn't do things just right. So make sure you know your preparer. Go to a preparer that has credentials, that is qualified to give you a correct return.